What is going on, guys? It's Dr. Maybe here, and we're back with another video. Today we're going to talk about one of the hottest trends to ever hit the internet. Basically, I don't know if you guys know this, but I've been a bit late to the trend. XXXTentacion, the guy that just went to jail. He's a rapper. He's famous for singing the "I am the loser miss, can't keep my D in my pants," like that song. And it's been crazy over the internet. But Drake and him have some beef, and I ain't talking vegan beef. I ain't talking that vegetarian type beef. I'm talking that meat lovers beef. So Drake, OVO, 6 side represent. I love the Toronto boys, but I can see that he's at fault at this one. Him and Temptation have been going over, or like crossing over. He never really responded, Drake, until now. I think it was like 3 days ago. He basically responded on OVO radio, but XXXTentacion, even from jail, tweeted this Drake. And he said, his first tweet was, "I'm not gonna say no names, but it's funny how one of my N hit me up saying Drake watched your interview and F's with you." And this was from his Twitter. And another one of his tweets were, "Now this P-N word trying to play it safe and play it innocent, but it's cool. We all know that Hotline Bling was a bite of Cha Cha. If you guys don't know what Cha Cha is, a song by DRAM. And yeah, it was a bit of a bite from his flow. I agree with that. But this is basically, he has another tweet here too. But he's basically, after reacting to what Drake said, or even before that, he's basically commenting about Drake's new song. And here's another one of his tweets. "I'm not the first N-word he bit, nor will I be the last. Drake a P-N-word. Money don't buy you respect." I agree with that. Money doesn't buy respect. However, Drake is one of the top dogs, so he doesn't need respect. He's living that lavish life. He's gonna be one of the GOATs forever. So I don't know what's wrong with you, but that's alright. But I'd be pretty pissed if someone stole my flow too. But let me just, before I talk anymore, let me just show you what Drake said and just comment. But like, I just want to hear it first, and here it is.
On my IG, on like some random picture of people being like, you took this kid's flow or whatever, right? So I'm just like, yo, what's happening to me right now? You know? So I'm sitting there, I'm trying to read, figure out who they're talking about. I find out who they're talking about.
Is it the extension guy?
I don't even think that's how you say his name. But yeah,
I tried to find.
They call him
extension.
Yeah. So anyway, I go and I find what song they're talking about, And I listen to it. I'm like, okay, I see where people could draw this comparison off of the first two lines, whether it be the cadence or the rhyme pattern, whatever, And I'm just like, yo, it's crazy that people think that after all this time, after all I've been through, that I'm the type of person to go some song that's on SoundCloud. It doesn't have 2 plays. It has plays. He has his cult following, and go and think that I'm gonna take that and make it my own. I'm not stupid. I'm not a person like that. So it just.
Now, after watching that, I don't really believe Drake's story. He sounds like he stole it. Now he's just trying to cover it up, if you know what I mean. But that's just Drake. Come on, boy. Even if you're watching this by some miracle, you stole it. Just admit it. Be like, yo, yeah, I did, bro. It's cool though. I made it my own version. That's alright. But he's trying to play it off and be like, oh who? I haven't heard of this guy. He's in jail. Let me just steal his shit. I don't respect that, but I still love you, Drake. It's all about that love. And you know what? Before I even talk anymore, let me just show you what I'm talking about. Before I even talk anymore. So I'm gonna show you a comparison between XXXTentacion's "Look at Me" versus Drake's new song that he featured in the club. Here it is. Bang. I get my bro in that love is just not in my place. Not even taking a chance. I like bitch, you is your mess. Ayy, can't keep my dick in my pants. Ayy, my bitch don't love me no more. Ayy, she kill me. So yeah, as you can tell, it's a bit, it's like a copycat version. It's just Drake's voice versus XXXTentacion's. And on to another news. This is a big news, boys. I don't know if you guys already know this, but before I get to this other news, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell, and let's get right to it. So basically, President Barack Obama is getting accused by Trump, accusing Obama of basically wiring his phone and wiring Trump Tower before the election to hear what they're planning and what they're strategizing. So I have a couple of tweets here that I would like to show you guys. First one is, how low has President Obama gone to tap my phones during the very sacred election process? This Nixon/Watergate. Bad or sick guy? And I don't really like the way Donald Trump is taking this, but let me just read all of his tweets and let me just analyze what he says afterwards. So the second tweet says, I bet a good lawyer could make a great case out of the fact that President Barack Obama was tapping my phones in October just prior to the election. And then the next one was, is it legal for sitting president to be wiretapping a race for president prior to an election? Turned down by the court earlier, a new low. Now, I'm not a big fan of Donald Trump anymore, but before I talk about the Mr. President Donald J. Trump, he has been also getting into beef with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he just seems to be getting in trouble with all kinds of people, boys. But Arnold Schwarzenegger was on The Apprentice, and he said that the show was doing bad, that he had to leave because of Trump's shadow, and Trump quickly, and I mean quickly, went to Twitter to use his Twitter fingers, and he wrote, Arnold Schwarzenegger isn't voluntarily leaving The Apprentice. He was fired by his bad, pathetic ratings. Not by me. Sad end to a great show. Now, I believe that is the most savage thing I've heard by Donald Trump. That is, he's just a complete savage. But I have to tell you the truth, boys. I used to be a Donald Trump supporter, but I'm Muslim, and as soon as he said those remarks about Muslim people, I just, you know what, I'm like, F this guy. But you know what? I think that Donald Trump should take it easy. I think Drake should, and I already know. Even if I one day walk to Drake and he tells me the truth, I already know that he doesn't write his own stuff. So copying another person's flow isn't that much of a surprise. You gotta do what you gotta do to stay at the top. He's the GOAT. But if you guys like this video, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Comment what you think about this subject. Hit me up on that social media. DM me. I'm free to talk, boys. I have a comedy channel. Go check it out. You'll laugh your pants off. And you know what? At the end of the day, you gotta be happy. Comment what you think about the subject. Donald Trump being, using his Twitter fingers again. Drake stealing XXXTentacion's flow. Obama apparently wiring Donald Trump's phone, his house, everything else. But yeah, that's everything for today, boys. Please tell me what videos I should talk about next. Anything else, comment what you think about this video, and make sure to subscribe. And because YouTube is being a little you gotta press that bell notification to turn on. My name is Dr. Maybe, aka Zoobs. Hit me up on that social. Check it out. Peace, guys.